Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream and happy Halloween! It's so amazing that Inktober, my normal Inktober day just happens to be the last day of the monthly Inktober and therefore Halloween! So I'm really excited that this is my, it's my last stream of October and it's my first stream after a nice week of vacation, so getting back into it. So let's get started. I have a fun idea I want to try for today's prompt, which is fire. Here's the tools that I'm going to use first before I tell you about my idea. So first, this Inktober sketchbook, the Moleskine brand. So it's like an official collab sketchbook. And this Zebra Creative Starter Set with 5 mild liner double-ended markers and 5 Sarasa fine liner pens. 2 brush pens, also from Zebra. They have the same mid-size tip on one end. The red one also has a small size tip on the other end. And then a pencil for sketching, an eraser, and a pencil sharpener. This is the nice Palomino Blackwing. This is a Pentel high polymer. And then this is the Coom automatic long point eraser, sharpener. Okay, so let me fold up my little bag and put it aside. Hold on a second. There's some banner at the top of my screen on Twitch and it's distracting me. Introducing stories. Ha. Okay, I gotta just X this out. Don't try to distract me, Twitch. I'm on the creator dashboard thingy. And there was an extra thing at the top and already there's so many things going on. I'm like, what is this? Okay, no distractions for me. So today's prompt is fire, and I, for my Inktober, do a gryphon theme for my drawings as well. So here's the last one I did. So when I was like, okay, fire, gryphon, bird, so I was like, oh, firebird. So I just did a little Google, 1-minute Google search and found a Wikipedia page about the Slavic mythology of the firebird. And in the physical description section of the page on Wikipedia, it said it's like a falcon, but it has decorative or it has more. So a falcon is usually very streamlined, but this is. I wish I had not closed out the tab, but it's it has more decorative kind of feathers, more fancy, showy feathers. So I'm just going to see. I'm going to try sketching without any reference. I usually like to use reference, but we'll see what happens when I just sketch my firebird gryphon. So I guess it's a fire griff. Fire griff. Fire fun. Anyway, let's see what happens. And I'm thinking, since it's fire, I'd like it to be kind of whooshy, so I'm gonna have it be, I'm gonna just start with just some really general shapes. And then this will be the head, neck. And what I've learned this year drawing so many griffins is that very often, especially for birds of prey, the head and the neck kind of are like a tapered shape instead of like with a human or with some other birds where it's like a ball on top of on top of a thinner thing. With birds of prey and also with little small birds like sparrows and stuff, it's actually more almost like a cone shape. So that's what I'm doing here. Head is here, the neck is curving down, and then we'll have the rib cage here. And here's the hips. So like the pelvis. And let's see, so this will be the tail. And it'll be interesting because one of the images I saw on Wikipedia when I was looking up Firebird was a bird clearly inspired by a peacock. But with griffins, the back half is the mammal part, is usually a big cat. So I wonder if I give it like multiple tails, or maybe if I have the tail be more like a... I'll think about it. Okay, so this is where the spine is going. It's going to curve around and be up here. Okay, so that'll put one shoulder here, one shoulder here, but one, like the thigh of the back leg would be here, and you wouldn't even see the thigh on the other back leg. Wolf is here. Hello, Wolf! Hello! I see the cute little ranger in there. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for resubscribing. Yay! That's the one thing the chat box doesn't do. It doesn't show those little events. So I shall read this. It says Wolf Axe 2 subscribed at tier 1. They've subscribed for 4 months. Thank you so much. 4 months, that's a quarter of a year. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Are you having a good Halloween? Are you gonna be handing out candy or having a party or anything? Okay, now I'm adding the wings on. And let's see. So they'll definitely have to come off of the page. It's just too big of a body for them to not come off the page. So we'll have them come off like this. Arch like this, maybe curve like this. And then here, let's say the wing is coming forward even like this on this side. Like it's still unfurling perhaps. Since I'm not using a reference image. Just guessing. Just guessing how this is going to work. Okay, and so if this is the back of the head, because the spine is twisted, we'll put one eye here. The other eye wouldn't be visible, but it'd be right about here. And then the beak should be about here. And even though it's at this extreme angle, I'm going to do my best to show the cool like curve of a falcon. Even if it's not necessarily anatomically correct, considering that it's meant to be based on a falcon. And then I'm going to have some feathers sticking up here because of the way the head is turned. So these feathers would be smushed into each other, so this would be nice and smooth, but these feathers would be sticking up because the way it's curving out. Wolf is all right. Is it the little cute, the cute ranger? Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Okay, let's put some little nostrils, though I know they're technically not, or I feel like I read somewhere that they're not nostrils, they're called something else. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It serves the same purpose. The bird can breathe through them, so. Oh, good, oh, good. Oh, that's nice, yeah. Good, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I had so much fun. I mean, I overscheduled my weekend, so I had fun, and yeah, I was so stressed out all weekend because I had an autumn feast with my family where I cooked like 5 different dishes. No, my husband did one. And then the day after that, I did a Moon Night marathon, mostly with let's see, one friend came over, and then 2 of my siblings, and of course my husband was there. We did a Moon Night marathon, so that was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it. even with the stress. Oh, Exie is here too. Hello, Exie. Yeah, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. I hope everybody's having a great Halloween. Exie, are you doing anything fun for Halloween? I don't know if Halloween is popular in Turkey. Like, I know it's popular in Japan. Like, it's especially in, like, the big cities like Tokyo. So popular. So I don't know about other countries, though. That would be interesting to see what all the countries in the world who celebrate Halloween, how it is. Because in Japan, it's, of course, slightly different because everybody makes it their own, and I think that that's really cool. And then I like to take some stuff from the interpretations or the different ways and be like, oh, that's such a good idea, me do that too. Of course, with Japan, it's like cosplay. I did not cosplay for my Moon Knight marathon. I wanted to get a Moon Knight costume, but they don't really have them. So I just wore my Jack Skellington like onesie pajamas, and that was my costume. Let's see, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I have an All Might hoodie. I was thinking of wearing my All Might hoodie because I want to hand out candy to people in the neighborhood. So probably after this, I bet people will start showing up and ringing the doorbell after this. And then maybe I'll just wear my All Might hoodie with, I have a mask, like a face mask that has All Might's smile on it. So if I wear that with the hoodie, then that'll be my cosplay. Aw, that's sad. Well, I can see how. Especially because Devil is an extremely popular Halloween costume, like classic. Yeah, with this Gryphon, I'm just doing mostly the feeling of the Gryphon rather than any anatomically correct anything. Like the shape and the, let's see. Anyway, yeah. Just having fun with the shape and the movement of the lines rather than worrying about, is that realistic? Okay, so the wing being like this, I still think the back part of the Gryphon would be showing here. And then, yeah, let me give this Gryphon a bunch of tails. So it's going to have a sort of generic panther style tail. Panther, cougar, that kind of style tail, but we'll give it a bunch of them. I wonder if I should do, yeah, I'll do another one that's like underneath, as if it's coming from the back and you only see it a little bit. 4 is my favorite single digit number, so I'm gonna give it 4 tails. It also kind of goes with the Halloween, not necessarily theme, but the fact that it's Halloween, so I'm just thinking about Halloween as I make this in Japan. And I also learned recently in China as well, the number for 4, there's multiple ways to say it depending on context, but it can sound the same as the word for death, and so 4 is an unlucky number in Japan and in China. Maybe in other places too, because I think the reason why is because the kanji for 4 came from China, and then the pronunciation was interpreted for Japanese use, and so it's the same superstition basically. So that's another reason why we'll give it 4 tails, because it'll be scary for Halloween. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was hoping it would look more dynamic because I just started with a swirly sketch. Since it's fire, so I'm doing a griffin that's a firebird, so I was hoping that that would be the case. Yay! Okay. I think if I were to do this again, I would make the body a bit longer, but can't take it back now. Oh yeah, Exie, are you doing all right? Is it relatively safe where you are? I hope so. It's so bad that even though I don't actively read the news, but it's bad enough that you just hear about it everywhere. So I hope that everything's all right for you. So this leg is kind of sad because it's all covered by the wing. So I drew a little bit of the other leg, hopefully to just show that it does have back legs under these big wings. Yeah, I think I'm going to extend these feathers even further. Oh, excuse me. Feeling kind of goopy today. I don't know why. Let's see. Okay, maybe what I need is more feathers here because this wing is supposed to be still unfurling. Or maybe I just extend the wing up. Okay, now, so this is meant to be a firebird, which it was described as having sort of more decorative feathers, like maybe like a peacock was a visual example from an old depiction of one. So we'll just add some little feathers coming off here that are would not normally be on a falcon because they're not worried about evolutionarily, they're not worried about being really showy, but for this mythical firebird griffin, we're gonna make it that way. Oh yeah, I remember you talked about that before. Yeah, that's really scary. How long did you say the service was? I think you said it was like 2 years. (6 months to 12 months. I see. Are you still looking at getting into a university? I think you said that that was an alternative. Okay, I'm looking this over. I think the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a more fluffy back part. because I feel like more fluffy big cat part would match better the elaborate head feathers. So just fluff up these tails a little bit. So maybe they're more like a snow leopard instead of a other kind of leopard. There's so many leopards, but snow leopard's got that really big fluffy tail. Oh, I see. I didn't know that part. Wow. Do you know what determines whether it's how long it is? So 6 months to 12 months. Is it just based on need? Okay. Yeah, perfect timing because it's 23 minutes into the stream, so perfect timing to start inking. I'm thinking though. Okay, I was thinking about, do I want to just add some flames on top of it, but I've got so much going on right now. We'll see. Maybe I'll add some like flames in the background or something. Let's just think what we've got here. So do I want to use medium or small? I feel like using small. We've got some really fine details in certain areas. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that being a feeling. Just get it over with. Then you can get back to your normal life. Hopefully. I mean, I don't know what it's like being in service and then having to come out of service. Is there support for when you are done? I can't remember how many of these little head feathers I drew. I think this is all. Well, that's what, oh yeah, because this line is not a head feather; it's the fluffy neck feathers. That's what I'm seeing. I was confused about what I was seeing here. Now I get it. Interesting. Longer but more relaxed. So which one do you get to choose? Like, do you get to choose? And if so, what do you think you're leaning towards? I don't know if this is how many layers of feathers there actually are. I feel like the outside of the wing usually has less visible layers, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's not only a griffin, it's a firebird griffin, so it's like ultra mythological, so we don't have to worry about that too much. I'm definitely going to need to erase this really well because it's the side of my hand. You can't really tell that much on the... if I put it together. There, you can see how... This is not in shadow. It's just so dirty from rubbing my hand on this page. Super fluffy, fluffy tails. Oh, I see. I see. Interesting. So, okay. So dormitory is only for the 6 months. Got it. Firebird Griffin EX. Yeah. Layer on all the different mythological creatures onto one super creature. Man, I'm getting a bunch of ink on my hand too. I'm making the lines too fast and I'm getting all this ink. Calm down, me. It's just really fun to make the feather shapes with the brush bend. Oh, Sarah, hello! That's okay. You have exactly half an hour, so it's all good. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. How are you? I'm so glad you can join me. I remember for a long time it was only on Fridays or something. So let's see. Which feathers go on top? The outside feathers go on top. I know you can't see, but I'm closing my eyes and trying to remember how my pigeons fold their wings, and I'm pretty sure the outside feathers go on top of the inside feathers, which means I still need to start from over here, even though it's kind of awkward. Maybe I have this backwards though. Well, whatever, it's fine. It's just a imagination bird. It's okay if it's not right anatomically. We're just going for the looks. Oh look, I forgot to ink this end of the tail. Of the fourth tail that I added. Boom! Even though I drew it, I'm still so happy to see that little ranger in there with the little waving hand. I'm so excited for Friday to start working on, because I can't remember now, but I'm pretty sure we inked it. The Got to Go Ranger. And so now we just got to get her into the computer and start coloring. Okay. You can just watch me erase for a little bit. I'm gonna erase this whole 2-page spread, so I'm also going to erase the parts where I didn't draw anything because I still probably smeared like a bunch of graphite on it. It's nice to wear black pants because then you can just rub the side of your hand on your pants and no one will know. Clean the graphite and the ink off. So Sarah puts a bunch of them in there. Thank you! I realized the other day, so Patreon has added this new thing called the shop. Well, it's not that new, but they've been making it more prominent. I'm like, well, but you know, when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, well, Patreon, you can't make the postcards the way I want them, so I'm not going to give that to you. I'm going to keep making them. But I realized that if they have something like a sticker available, then I could make the emoji available as stickers on Patreon. So that's an idea that I've been thinking about. Have not looked into it at all. I don't know if they make stickers, but I thought that that could be another cool way that people could enjoy these images that I'm making. I half want to do it just because I want it as a sticker. So, like, I could buy one too from my own shop. I actually have done that before. I made illustrations for the holidays, for the autumn holidays, the end of year holidays, so Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. The holidays that I celebrate, and I bought them myself as mugs, like coffee mugs. Shaking the whole desk, but I'm almost done erasing. Yep, I can see the layer of graphite coming away as I'm erasing up. I keep busting my page so that it folds. Usually I'm pretty good at avoiding that, but it still gets me after all these years. That was one of the first things I ever nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about when you erase near the edge of the page might flip up and bend. So I've been dealing with that forever and it's still not completely avoidable. Okay, I think I got everything. I definitely smeared some ink up here because I was getting way too enthusiastic and moving too fast. I see some spots that use a little bit extra work. Oh, Sarah, happy Halloween! Are you giving out candy this year? I'm excited because I've got a bunch of vegan Halloween candy to hand out, and not only is it vegan, it's this brand called No Way, which is also free from like a whole bunch of common allergens for people, but especially for kids, like peanuts and stuff. So it's also allergy friendly. So I'm really excited. There's like peanut cups and I can't remember, but it was the same little like multi-packs that you get anywhere. I'm super excited because that's actually something I put on my 2023 wish list, like things that I wish would happen or I could do, which was hand out vegan Halloween candy. So I'm like, yay, it's gonna happen. So glad that because there's plenty of awesome vegan candy, but for it to come in the little packs that you hand out for Halloween, I didn't see any last year, but seems a bunch of them. A bunch of different brands. We got the No Way brand, but there's other ones. Aw. Oh, so sad. Hold on, the rubber band holding my trash bag down came off. Okay, put that back on there. That's sad. I'm happy I had at least one friend who has kids said that she might bring her kids by. So we have potentially at least one group coming, but I'm happy to give candy to anybody. So even if like teenagers or adults come, then I'm like, here's candy. I loved becoming an adult and being like, yes, I'm gonna hand out candy. And so like days when I would have to work on Halloween, back when I worked nights, it would really suck because I couldn't hand out candy, and I'd like leave a bowl out with candy, but of course there'd always be some person who just came and took it all, and like, that's so rude. But now I can just hand out candy, and my plan is to do what I usually do, which is enjoy some board games with my husband and hand out candy if anybody comes to the door. Listening to my Halloween soundtrack. Well, it's my Halloween playlist. And of course, I'm going to be eating some candy as well. Okay, now I'm just doing my favorite thing, which is the dark outline around the entire shape. So I don't really have any particular background going on here. So that's when I like to do this thicker outline. Man, I'm getting excited because once again it didn't take too long to do the sketch here. So I'm going to be able to add some more detailed shading and stuff. Does everyone have a favorite candy bar or favorite candy in general? For me, it's Reese's peanut butter cups, and so I was super happy when they came out with the plant-based Reese's this year. Or was it late last year? Anyway, we always have a big pile of them on hand. So I might have one of those today. I also tried recently, what was it? There was another peanut butter cup, but it wasn't Reese's plant-based, and it was really good too. I can't remember which one it was, though. Yeah, peanut butter and chocolate is basically my fave. Just give me some peanut butter and chocolate. Whenever I have peanut butter toast recently, I've been sprinkling cocoa powder on it as well. It's super good. Recommend it. Okay, so I'm not only going to do the outline, I'm going to outline, so the outline of the entire figure. I'm going to outline the head as well, so that the head will stick out more, because I would like it to be the focus of the entire picture. Oh, Twizzlers. Yes. Yummy. You like the classic red ones? I'm pretty sure they have, like, different flavors. Is it the classic red? That's your fave, Wolf? I'm excited to try. There's a similar kind of thing as Wiley Wallaby licorice, and it's like that, and I got a strawberry one. Thank you very much, Sarah. Dang, why did your internet go down? Is it an outage? Hope it comes back soon. Oh, classic. Do you like black licorice? I love black licorice. So good. I know it's a contentious flavor. I don't know if Twizzlers come in black licorice though. Seems to be. Well, I hope they fix it soon then. So let's see, what do I want to do with this eye? Do I want to just leave it like this or color it in? I'll give it a pupil anyway. If nothing else. This firebird shall have a pupil. Alright, I ended up coloring the whole thing in. I left a little shiny there. Oh, I just realized that I did not... There should have been some feathers coming down on the beak like this little point right here. There, I added that in there. How much time we got? Got about 17 minutes. Did you want to go back to it? Wait, why can't you go back to it? Because the internet's down? I'm just going to fill this whole back leg in with ink. Ooh, suddenly I'm getting hungry. Maybe it's because of all this candy talk. Also because dinner is pretty soon. I don't know if you can hear it, but Chappie's snoring. So let's see. I'm going to do the same thing with this fourth tail because it's meant to be behind these other three, but especially right here, it looks like it could be coming up in between this one and this one. And I'm going to try to keep the angle of the line as I fill in the same as here so that it gives it the feeling of it's on the same plane, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. That's terrible. That's really funny. Yeah, it's time to go toilet paper some houses. Internet is down. It's the only alternative. I know. Toilet paper your internet service provider. It's perfect. Well, it is trick or treat. Sarah, I'm too lazy to be a villain. There we go. Only tricks. Gotcha. I saw a good trick. I mean, it was awful, but I was watching AFV, America's Funniest Home Videos. AFV is the short name for it. A mom gave her kids Oreos. She had 3 kids. She gave them Oreos, but she didn't tell them that she put toothpaste in the middle instead. That she took the cream out and put toothpaste in the middle. And then they didn't really talk about it, but my favorite part was the youngest kid just kept eating the Oreo. The youngest kid was super happy with the toothpaste Oreo. That was so gross. Oh yeah, I watch it every single year. It just started at the beginning of this month. We watch it streaming on Hulu. Okay, now I'm going to start adding hatching in different places because I've filled in with black all the places that I want to be super dark. It's like the inside of the mouth and these parts back here. So now adding some, oh, laundry's done. Now adding some hatching in other areas. So I don't want it to be all the way black, but still want it to have a little bit more shadow. Admittedly, I'm not really thinking about the light source, so since I've done it here, light sources are probably like this. No light source, only shadows. Okay, so I realized that this sort of looks like a hat. So I'm gonna add a little more layers of feathers so that it looks like it's part of the whole bird instead of a thing that was slapped on top. The whole gryphon. And maybe even more thickness on this, on the head. Now that I've added even more lines through hatching, it's starting to get lost again. Phrasing? What, did I say something weird? Don't tell me if I did. Don't make me self-conscious. Just forget. Just forget. Okay, I did the same thing with the back half to help make the head stand out and also this back half stand out because it's supposed to be in front of this back wing. There's still a little bit of eraser crumbs. Now I'm just adding some little details. So let's see, we've got 10 minutes. Yeah, I think, okay, first I'm going to add a little bit extra to these head feathers. So they're meant to be like elaborate, showy. There, that's better. Now I'm going to look up some pictures of flames because the theme is fire and this is meant to be a firebird gryphon. But let's really drive the point home. Add some little flames. I'll put a motif because I want sort of a stylized look. No, I don't. Google is like, search with AI. No, I just want a simple. I don't need AI for this. Okay. Yeah, this is the kind of thing. just like these kind of generic, simplified shapes. Just to fill, and I'm gonna fill it in this way. Yes! Sarah put the reference in the chat for me. So I think I'll have it coming, let's have it coming off of the gryphon like this. So there'll be no flames here, I think. Or maybe a little bit like there. But since the flight is likely happening this direction, let's have the flames coming off like this. So actually, I'm going to turn my phone on the side. No, I'm going to turn it upside down. Yes. Yeah, I remember the first time I ever thought about, oh, there's stylized flames and then there's like realistic flames, was I was watching a show about painting cars, like painting hot rods and stuff. And so they were talking to one of the people, like, do you want realistic flames or do you want the stylized, like, hot rod style flames? And I was like, whoa, I didn't realize there was a difference. Like, of course I could recognize there was a difference, but it just like kind of blew my mind, and I still think about that episode even to this day. I wasn't trying to teach me that or anything, it's just something that just happened to blow my mind at the time. Okay. Yep. Exactly. I wonder if that's part of what got me so interested in depicting things using, I mean, of course some of it was just school and learning how to draw the way I want to draw, but maybe that gave me the idea, woke up my mind to like, oh, you have options. You don't have to draw everything as a stylized thing, or you don't have to draw everything as a realistic thing. Drawing the stylized ones is super satisfying, though. It's just so fun. Now I'm adding in little blips of flame. You know how the flame goes bloop, and then there's a little bloop at the top, bloop, or out the side, or whatever. Oh, let's make sure to put some in here. I'm trying to make sure not to touch any of these flames, like the line that depicts the flame to the gryphon. I've just found that helps make it easier to, when you're working with just black and white, basically, it helps make it easier to distinguish between the different items. So like the gryphon, all the lines making up the gryphon touch each other. The flames, even though they're coming from the gryphon, they don't touch the gryphon. That way they can be seen as a separate thing, even though it's actually meant to be coming off of the gryphon. So let's see, let's do just like a little bit, like on the tip of the wings, like just some little sparks are are making it, even though the wind is blowing it backwards. Okay, now I want to see. So these are motif, but I just want to see like a campfire. Oh, a picture of it. Okay, so the brightest part, so this is what I'm trying to see right here. The brightest part is in the middle. And then as it goes away, it gets darker. So I'm actually going to switch to my fine liner. Just add a little bit of hatching at the ends of the flames to sort of show that. Can't take too long though, we only have a couple minutes. A couple minutes. We'll do this really big flame right here. We'll do a little bit inside too. Yeah, a little bit in this one too, right here. Boom! I think that's good, considering we are at time. So let me write my usual stuff, which is Inktober52. And this was, okay, let me make sure. Yes, it's fire. Last year there was flame. This one is fire though. And then I believe I just write the date. Yes. It is Halloween, 31st October, 2023. I've been starting to get confused about what year it is. Is it 2023? Is it 2022? I don't know why. Just because the end of the year is coming. Okay, here's the close-up look at our firebird griffin. Mostly used the small end of the double-ended zebra print brush pen. Yay, that was fun! I'm so glad. Sometimes it's nice to not be working from so much reference, because then I can just make stuff up. It's kind of relaxing, so that was fun. Yay! Thank you, thank you. Alright, so I will be back tomorrow for a lucky dip. Hopefully see everybody then. And I hope everybody has a great Halloween. Even if you don't particularly celebrate or do anything for it. I just hope that you have a great day. Yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for watching.